Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, when I start this lesson off, by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to our brothers who are still fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to all the sincere believers. Now, this lesson is going to be based on all the judgment that the Lord is unleashing upon California currently. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will you're edified. It says California hit by flooding, snow, landslides, winds, wildfires, and an earthquake all in one day. Nearly a dozen weather phenomena occurred in California Thursday as the state lived up to its reputation. It says in a state known for both boring and scary weather, as well as frequent natural disasters, California lived up to its reputation on Thursday, featuring a cornucopia of weather and disaster phenomena. A pair of storm systems that will continue to pound the state through the weekend had already begun to move in by Thursday, bringing heavy rain in the northern half of the state. The downpours soaked northern and central parts of the state, triggering a dozen landslides across as many counties. The California Highway Patrol also reported multiple rock slides impacting State Route 162 North near Oroville Dam. The National Weather Service also logged an additional 23 reports of flooding on roads and highways. Snow fell in the mountains, though only a few inches accumulated by day's end. A webcam atop Mammoth Mountain, a ski area in the southern Sierra, showed a mix of rain, snow, and fog during the day. Some of the rain came with thunder and lightning. A total of 189 lightning strikes were recorded by the AccuWeather Lightning Network across the central part of the state on Thursday. Said we only have two kinds of weather in California, magnificent and unusual. Said by early Thursday afternoon, 80-mile-per-hour winds had been reported at Pine Mountain, with a 73-mile-per-hour gust at Lagunitas and 72-mile-per-hour winds at Montara, all in the mountains about 20 miles northwest of San Francisco. Later in the day, winds gusted above hurricane force again near the Nevada border, including 105 miles per hour at Tahoe, 78 miles per hour at Mean Peak, and 76 miles per hour at Crowley Lake. There were 18 reports of wind damage statewide, mostly trees down on roadways. Some trees toppled power lines, leaving 22,000 customers without electricity Thursday morning, according to PowerOutage.us. Blowing dust was reported on California Route 99, about 20 miles south of Bakersfield. The high winds fanned wildfires in the region. A new blaze, the Pack Fire, sparked near Crowley Lake in the Mammoth Mountain area. Driven by strong winds, the fire spread quickly, burning 3,400 acres and destroying 15 structures. A police photo showed the wildfire burning beneath a rainbow as heavy rain approached the area. Conditions later improved with the rainfall, but the Pack Fire remained 0% contained as of Friday morning. It says, although minor earthquakes are quite common in California, Residents probably could have done without the 3.5 magnitude earthquake that happened near Vallejo, 25 miles northeast of San Francisco around noon PST, which caused mild shaking from San Jose to Sacramento. Said in less than 24 hours, California experienced nearly a dozen weather and natural events: heavy rain, flooding, lightning, snow, high winds, landslides, fog, blowing dust, wildfires, a rainbow, and an earthquake. And this came just one day after the aurora illuminated skies across the state and much of the nation. Unfortunately, flooding and landslides are likely to continue through the weekend in Southern California as more heavy rain moves into the area, where some parts of the region could receive up to 1/3 of their winter rainfall. Yeah, so like myself and all the other brothers have been saying, the Lord is turning up his judgments. That's why events like this are happening. California got hit with all those different weather events, weather and natural events. And this sort of thing is going to be happening in different parts of the country and in different parts of the world. Psalms 9 and 16. The Lord Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands, Higgaion Selah. And all those different weather and natural events that took place in California on Thursday, that was the judgment of the Lord. The rain, the rock slides, the landslides, the fires, the earthquake, all of that. All of those things are the Lord's judgment. And as we get further and further into these last days, these judgments are going to become a lot more frequent. Isaiah 29 and 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake, and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. And that's what California got hit with: thunder and lightning, and an earthquake, and storms and tempests in the form of just violent winds and fire. Certain parts of California, more, the mountains really got hit with snow. Other parts got hit with a lot of rain. You know, there was lightning, there was wildfire, there's an earthquake, just all kinds of judgment from the Lord. Isaiah 28 and 2. Behold, the Lord hath a mighty and strong one, which has a tempest of hail and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing shall cast down to the earth with the hand. And that is exactly what the Lord visited California with. Some powerful winds that caused trees to fall and caused power outages, and some flooding due to all the rain that was dropped on certain parts of California. Psalms 83:14. As the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. Verse 15. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. And that's clearly what the Heavenly Father is doing. And that's clearly what he's been doing and will continue to do, is bring storms and tempests and fires and earthquakes upon these wicked cities and upon these wicked kingdoms as judgment. There is no getting around the fact that we are living in the last days. It's way too clear and evident, at least to those of us of the hopeful elect who have been blessed with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures. Second Timothy 3 and 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And when you look up the definition of perilous, it means full of danger or risk. And when you have almost like 7 different weather and natural events take place, like what just happened in California on Thursday, it's safe to say that we are living in some perilous times, some dangerous times, because all of those things took place in one day, just across California. So when the men of the Lord warn people that times are only going to get worse and a lot scarier and a lot more dangerous, this type of situation is exactly what they're talking about. But most people are not going to listen. Like it says in Proverbs 22 and 3, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Those of us of the hopeful elect, we're the prudent, we're the wise, we're the ones paying attention through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And all the rest of these people are running around just being simple-minded, being wicked, not really taking anything seriously. So when all hell breaks loose and it's just pure chaos, and these wicked, simple-minded people don't know what to do, don't know where to go, that's their own fault. Because the men of the Lord are constantly warning them of what time and season that we're living in, and that they need to stop, playing around and be serious about this. But we already know that majority of these people are deemed as wicked in the eyes of the Lord, so they're not going to stop being wicked. They're going to keep participating in folly and in wickedness until the Lord destroys them, which is going to happen a lot sooner than later. Those of us of the hopeful elect, however, we have to just keep watching and staying prayed up and staying locked into this truth in hopes that the Lord has chosen us from the foundation of the world to endure unto the end and be saved. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, the Wadi Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, for putting his spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to our brothers who are still fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to all the sincere believers. Hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up, and Adawan Ratazah. Until next time, Shalom.